Everyone wants to talk to me right now. No one wants to be my friend until I have something to do. What's that about? I'm not gonna waste any time, I'm just gonna jump into this. I know it's been a while and I'm sorry. Goodbye, Serbia. Hello, London. We flew as a group on 2 separate flights. That doesn't make any sense. I flew with a big group of remotes. There were 2 flights. I flew on the later one, which was great because it gave me more time to prepare. I actually didn't sleep at all the night before. That seems to be a trend for me. I don't sleep the night before flights. Talk about a contrast. London and Serbia are nothing alike. London was a blast. It is a huge city, a lot to do, a lot to see. The only way I can describe it, the only way I've been explaining it to people is like London was a break from remote year for me. It was almost like a vacation from remote year. Remote year is not a vacation. I have so much to do. I've got so many ideas and things that I want to accomplish, so I'm working more now than I think I did before I left. There's not a huge cultural difference, no language barrier. I had a genuine Philly cheesesteak at the Spitalfield Market, and I was genuinely surprised by how much I liked it. Funny thing is they were wearing Phillies jerseys, but they were wearing Chase Utley jerseys. I didn't have the heart to tell them.
Forget about it.
It felt like a break from remote year. I actually spent an entire week of August in the United States. Check out my Denver and trip home videos for a look at how my week in the States went. I was able to surprise my parents after telling them that I wouldn't be home for the entire year, and it worked out so much better than I had ever imagined. It was so much fun. Watch that if you want to see my dad cry. Sorry, Dad. After 1 week in the United States, I was actually already starting to miss my remote year family. I had enough of the US. We were living in this place called The Collective. The rooms were like, they were like little cruise ship cabins. I mean, they were fine for what I needed and the internet speeds were good, and every floor had a different themed room. There's a game room, there's a cinema room, pub room, tea room, library, spa, secret garden. I think the secret is that it wasn't a secret. Disco laundry room. There's a bar downstairs. There's a patio with a canal right next to it. The entire group lived and worked in this building. Really, everything that I needed was at the Collective. I didn't really have to go anywhere if I didn't want to. I spent 2 or 3 days at a time without even leaving, which is good and bad because you get a lot of stuff done, but you also don't really see anything. And the Collective was not in London. We didn't actually live in London this month. We lived in a suburb called North Acton, which wasn't that bad. Although if you wanted to work in the city or even travel at all, you had to account for basically 2 hours of your day to get there and back. Another thing that made it feel less like remote year was a ton of people took side trips. So I didn't see a bunch of people for a while. So that was interesting. Being so close yet feeling so far away. Not what I expected at all. For some reason, this month was Bring Your Parents to Remote Year month. I met a lot of parents. Mom Lee, Mom Trey, Angela's dad, Kara's dad. Did I meet Angela's dad? I actually might not have met Angela's dad. I need to meet Angela's dad. Also, Dad Fez, I need to meet you. Anyway, I got a lot of work done. And it was a good month. A little bit different from the regular remote year experience. Even with the Brexit, everything is expensive as hell. Being an American, we were kind of blessed in a way that the Brexit happened. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. I'm sorry, but I did pretty well this month with grocery shopping and preparing food for myself. I didn't go out to eat as much as I did in Belgrade or Prague because I just would not have been able to make it through the month. I did, however, buy a gym membership, and it costs 45 pounds a day to go there. Okay, it actually cost 45 pounds for the month, but I only went 1 day. Huge waste. Transportation. I couldn't get used to being on the other side of the road. The second we got out of the airport and on the bus, I was just like sitting in my seat, like clutching the armrest because I was so uncomfortable. I couldn't get used to it. I don't know why it slipped my mind that this will also translate into other things like walking on the sidewalk, going up the staircases. I was riding my skateboard on the canal right outside the Collective. People were coming at me on bikes. My first instinct was get to the right, get out of the way. But when I did that, I was actually just getting more and more in the way. And there was like a couple people that yelled at me and I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, London was not exactly skateboard friendly for me because of how far outside the city we were. I took the underground a lot. I never got used to it though, it's pretty complex. My favorite spots, Brighton Beach and Pier, awesome. We spent an entire day there. It had a lot of character, a lot of weirdos, a lot of cool art. It's the gay capital of the UK, I believe. There's no sunbathing at Brighton. There's no sun, so they were just like gray bathing. Brixton Beach was cool. It was a beach bar on a rooftop in the city. Lots of people, lots of food, lots of drinks, good music. It was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend going to the Brixton Beach Bar. Also, go to Brick Lane. Brick Lane is fucking cool. A lot of interesting shops, a lot of interesting cafes, restaurants, people, performances, art, a lot of things to do there. Borough Market, Borough Market is one of my favorite spots. I love outdoor markets, farm markets, Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia, Grand Central Market in LA, Pike Place in Seattle, Embarcadero in San Francisco. Some of my favorite outdoor markets, but Borough Market is definitely up there on my list now. I haven't decided where yet, but I definitely recommend going to Borough Market. So much fish and chips. I don't even like fish. I ate so much fish and chips. Try it, try new things. You'll like it. I didn't like it. Festival Pier is really cool. London Eye, Big Ben, Parliament, Buckingham Palace. I asked my Uber driver what was the most British thing that I could do, and he said afternoon tea. So Tyler and I went for afternoon tea one day. They wouldn't let me record it, which kind of sucked, but the tea was good. The snacks were delicious, the little sandwiches were great. We were in the Uber and Tyler and I were talking on the way there, and the Uber driver, as we were getting out, was like, "I love your accents." And I was like, "Oh shit, I have an accent. This is amazing. I've never had an accent before." So that was really cool. I went to BBC Radio with Monterey. That was a lot of fun. We got a little private tour. Thank you, Nathan, for that. Abbey Road. If you're a Beatles fan, you're obviously familiar with Abbey Road. A lot of people go there. There's like a webcam live stream of the road. You can watch just the flocks of people that go there. One morning, I got up super early. It was like 4 a.m. I think, and Alex and I skated from the Collective all the way to Abbey Road. We got there way before anybody else did. There was one other couple there. They were shooting like engagement photos or something, but they were cool. And we were able to take our photos and video, and I got to say that I crossed that intersection, that famous intersection, and that was like one of the more touristy things that I did, but I don't regret it. If you're looking for a good view, you want some time-lapse photos, go to the Greenwich Observatory. Obviously go downtown, go cross all the bridges on the river. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you can do a Harry Potter tour. There's a ton of stuff to see in the city. Like I got maybe 5% of it. I just was working so much, I didn't really explore too much. I'm really struggling to find balance in work and play. Everything that I do, I enjoy. It doesn't feel like work. And that's why I'm so happy doing it. But then I look up and it's been 2 weeks and I haven't really explored any of the city yet. I need to be more conscious about going out and doing things and seeing the cities. I didn't connect with London like I did with Prague or even Belgrade. So it just wasn't there for me. I tried to get my London tattoo. Sarah and I went to this tattoo place. I'm not gonna mention the name of it because they have a lot of good reviews and I think it would be unfair of me to give them a review based on this one artist, but I spent 2 hours watching this guy struggle to put the stencil on straight, and he was sweating and nervous, and I was like, this is not good. I'm sorry, I'm out. And I left. It didn't work out, and honestly, I was kind of bummed at first because I'm getting every city, my favorite place in every city, and that was the plan. And then I realized it doesn't have to be. It can be whatever I want it to be. It's my tattoo, and I skipped London, and I don't feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay. So we're going strong for the first 2 months. I thought everybody in the group was happy. I was having a blast. And then it happened when we lost our first group member, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the month, we're down by 5 people. We lost people due to financial reasons, personal reasons, like it just wasn't for them. It wasn't making sense anymore. They wanted to travel alone. We lost Ian. I guess she just prefers traveling solo, which is fine. It just sucks. Like, and I wanted to be selfish and say how much it sucked because I liked her and I liked hanging out and we had a lot of fun, and losing her from the group kind of hurt. I like getting to know these people, and the fact that they're dropping off kind of sucks because it's like the feelings aren't reciprocated. It is expensive. I get it. That's the worst if you want to be here and you can't be because you can't afford it. I had a feeling that it was going to happen and everybody told me it would happen, but I wasn't ready for it still. So, if you guys are out there watching this, I miss you and I hope you're okay. And I hope you're having fun wherever it is that you are, and I hope you're enjoying your lives without me.
Just need a minute.
In all seriousness, if it's not for you, it's not for you. If anybody else in the group is watching this right now, this is your only warning. You're not allowed to leave. So this one, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll see you in Lisbon.